Hi, I'm Lisa with the Econ Tutoring Center at ASU, and today we're going to go over a quick video on just when to reject or not to reject the null hypothesis. Keep in mind notation might be different with your teachers, but this is just like a general overview. Okay, so first I created just a random hypothesis. This is the null hypothesis and this is the alternative hypothesis. This isn't super relevant for today's example because we're not going to do a specific example. We're just going to show you when you should reject or not to reject. So if you're given an equation, you should have made your null hypotheses out of it, and then you should have been given an alpha value. This symbol stands for alpha, and it's a significance given in the problem. Sometimes that'll look like if they say like 95% confidence, then your alpha value would equal 0.05. And so, but sometimes they'll just give you in a problem that your alpha is equal to something. Another thing people will see is 0.10 as a significance, and anything in between is kind of more rare, but your teachers will probably give you one or the other. And just as a refresher, this one would be 90% confidence. So then, once you do that, you'll solve out for a p-value, which you can get off of your test statistic, and the way you know when to reject the null hypothesis or not to reject the null hypothesis is when you compare it to alpha. So if the p-value you get is less than or equal to alpha, then you reject the null hypothesis, because that's saying that the percent you are 95 or 90% confident that your hypothesis is not correct, like that you think that there's a difference in your test hypothesis you think is true, and you're pretty confident because that value is so low compared to the amount of error you're willing to accept. And then you do not reject the null if this p-value is really large, because if there's a really large p-value, then it means that there's a lot more error in your model, and then therefore if the p-value is greater than alpha, which is the error you're willing to accept, you would have to reject your null hypothesis. So I hope this helped, and if you have any more questions, you can visit us at the Econ Tutoring Center. Plus there's more videos on how to find these p-values, because you can find it for a t and a z, and we have those videos as well. This was just a quick overview on everything.